Sam, if you would, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself, your flying experience,
Sure.
and then we're going to have you introduce us to your airplane.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I'm Sam Washington. I'm from Cleveland, Mississippi, originally from Yazoo City, Mississippi. Have been flying now since 2010. Got my license in 2010. Bought the plane in 2011 and been flying it ever since. I've got 700 plus flight hours now. Private pilot, not instrument rated yet, but private pilot. Have flown it to Alabama, flown it to Wisconsin a few times, a few other places. So it's a great little airplane. I enjoy flying it.
Okay. What year, model, and make? And
Yeah. This is a 1965 Cherokee 140, 150 horsepower engine. It's about 700 pounds of useful load on the aircraft. I typically flight plan at about 95 knots at cruise. It's rated for more than that, but I've never been able to get it to get more than that. But that's what I usually do, about 95 knots in it. But it's a great little old flying airplane, great for somebody who's just getting into the aircraft ownership side. It's really great for that.
Okay. Sam here, you may have noticed that Sam and I are both wearing the red shirts. We're members of the Arkansas Thunderbird chapter of the Black Pilots of America.
Right.
And he flew in here today. Where'd you fly in today from?
Came in from Cleveland this morning. Had a nice tailwind. It took me, I think, about 28 minutes to get here. It was a nice little flight. Wasn't bumpy. So it was a nice flight this morning.
Now, how long of a drive would that have been?
That would have been hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get here. So like I said, was able to make it in about 28 minutes this morning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us more about your airplane.
Sure.
Show us what you have inside the cockpit.
Sure. Like I said, Cherokee 140, 150 horsepower engine. It's a low wing. I tend to be a low wing guy. I like low wing airplanes versus high wing.
Why is that? Do they perform differently?
Not really. They fly the same. I just like the look. It's aesthetics more than anything. Okay. I just like the look of low wings better than I do high wings.
Okay.
But I train in high wing airplanes, but I just like the look of low wing airplanes better. So I enjoy that more. But yeah, got the Hershey bar wing, with that Cherokees were known for early on in their career. They eventually went to the tapered wing, but now they've got we started out with the Hershey bars. But yeah, come on around here.
Okay.
I can show you the panel. They got a good standard panel. So
For this part, can I get in the back and then where you point things out?
Yeah, sure. All right, make it. All right. There goes Mr. Brown.
All right.
Okay. So we've got a pretty basic panel here in this aircraft. It's what's known as steam gauge engines. Instruments up here. We've got an artificial horizon that tells us up from down. The blue signifies sky. The black signifies ground. You got an airspeed indicator over there. Obviously, it tells us how fast we're going. We've got a directional gyro here that tells us what our heading is on a 360-degree compass. So that tells us where we're going, at least which way we're heading. Down here, we've got an altimeter that tells us how high we are above the ground and in the air. We've got a clock that we can use to keep time with how fast where we're going, how long it's going to take us. This instrument is for instrument flying. This will be able to allow us to land at an airport that, even if the clouds are there, it'll guide us towards the ground up to about 250 feet above the ground. So we can use that to get us in. And then I've got my radio stack, KX155 for nav, which is tied to this instrument here. I've got a Garmin GNC 300 XL GPS comm here that's tied into this instrument here. I've got my transponder here. We can put a code in here that the ATC can see, and they know us from others. But this is just a standard common code of 1200. Over here, got my engine instruments here. This is RPMs. I've got fuel gauges, amps, oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temp. This all just helps make sure that the engine is performing well. Got suction over here. We also have a component in here that drives several of these instruments. And this tells us that that's working properly when we're watching that. Got an hours meter that tells me how many hours I got on the plane itself, and on the engine I've got that in here as well. I got my headset, and that's pretty standard of the things that you'll see in a cockpit of this age. Newer age aircraft will have more glass, but this is standard for plane my age. They're pretty much standard. Okay. All right, I'll let you out of this heat. Get out. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Now, speaking of heat,
Mm-hmm.
says, it's summertime and it's hot out. So you have an air conditioner?
No. No, I do have vents on the side that will let air circulate through. And on the ground, they don't do a lot on the ground. But once you get into the air starts to cool as you go higher. So they keep enough air circulation in there that you don't get overly hot. So we'll climb up a few thousand feet, and it's not so uncomfortable once you get up there.
Okay. Now, of your friends and family who are not aviators, not pilots, I'm sure they ask you questions.
Sure.
What are some of the most common questions that you get?
I think the biggest question I get from people who don't fly is, how much does the plane cost?
Yes.
Because people have this idea that every airplane must be $100,000, and it's just not true.
Not true.
It's really not true. You can own an aircraft just as easy as owning a vehicle. I see so many Lexuses and BMWs and Mercedes driving up and down the road. Well, if people can afford those, they can afford an airplane.
Good point.
They can.
Very good point. Very good point. Yes.
So yeah, that's probably the biggest question I get asked is, how much does the plane cost? And then probably the next big question is, how much does it cost to learn how to fly? That's probably one of the biggest questions I get too, is just how much it costs. And I have to be honest with people, it's not necessarily inexpensive,
Right.
but it's just like anything else you want to get into. If you're into boating, if you're into RVs,
Yes.
if you're into camping, you can spend ungodly sums of money on anything that you want to do. But so I try to be honest with people, and I'll tell them that it's going to cost you to learn to fly, but what you get out of it is well worth it to me.
Okay. So it's very rewarding. Now, let me ask you this: what year did you buy this airplane?
2004.
2004.
2004.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Let me get it straight. 2014.
2014.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Got the license. Now, I'm still wrong. 2011. I've had it 14 years.
Okay.
But I bought it in 2011, the year after I got my license in 2010. I've had it 14 years. Like I said, got over 700 hours of total flying time. I've got well over 600 hours in this airplane.
Okay.
And have flown it multiple places around the country, and it's just it'll cut just about any driving trip roughly in half.
Okay. Back to those frequently asked questions. Obviously, everybody wants to know the cost.
Sure.
Okay. So, if you don't mind, would you be willing to give me some real numbers as far as what you paid for it then, and what the same airplane would be worth in today's market?
Sure. When I bought this plane in 2011, I actually bought it for $22,900. That's what I paid for it back then. This same aircraft in today's market, because the aircraft market has really increased here over the past 3 to 4 years, this same aircraft now, you'd probably pay $45,000-$50,000 for it in the condition that it's in.
Okay, so still less than like a new the Mercedes.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Or even a brand new F-150.
Exactly. Or a used SUV or something.
They're comparable. They are. They really are. So that's what I paid back then. But like I said, in today's market, you could probably still find it $45,000-$50,000. But if it's decked out better, you could easily pay $60,000 or $70,000 for one just like this one.
Okay. I think from what I've seen lately, that even may be on the low side.
It could be. Again.
But even though it's still within the affordable range if someone actually wants to gain the benefits of being a pilot.
Absolutely, you absolutely can. It's well worth it. Again, if you're willing to go and pay 7 years on a car, you can finance aircraft for up to 20 years. So that'll you can keep your payments reasonable, it's very much doable.
Okay. And let's see. talk about some of those trips that you've either taken or have plans to take in the very near future.
Sure. Well, when I first got the plane, one of the first trips that I took in it, I think I flew this one. I don't remember if it was mine or Victor's, but we flew to Selma, Alabama.
Okay.
Where the famous Edmund Pettus Bridge and all that, but we flew over there for a meeting over there. Then this one, I've flown it from Cleveland to Hattiesburg. I've flown it to Starkville. I've flown it to Arkansas, multiple places in Arkansas. The main trip that I've flown it, the longest trips that I've flown on it were to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I've flown it there 3 times. And it like I said, cuts the trip basically in half.
Okay.
So it's those are probably the best trips. The trip that I have as the bucket list trip is to fly it from Cleveland to the West Coast one day. I'd like to take about 2 weeks off and just take off maybe on a Monday morning and just take my time and spend probably about 3 days getting to the West Coast, hang out over there a couple 3 days, and then make my way back home. So that's the bucket list.
Okay, so you enjoy flying, and you just something. The bucket list trip would be something you would find enjoyable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all kinds of places that you can visit. I've got family in Texas, and I plan to fly it out there one day and just go make the loop and visit all of them. Our daughter lives in Chicago, and I plan to fly it up there one day and just visit her. Probably just go for the day, honestly. Just pop up there one morning, hang out with her a few hours, then come home. Thinking about things like that. So little trips like that, it makes it doable in a day.
Yeah,
It actually makes it doable.
Okay. Well, you say you flew in from Cleveland today, and I know you've got to get back to Cleveland. Is there anything else like you would, before we wrap this up?
Sure.
Anything that you would like to offer to the younger generation or to people who may be aspiring to become pilots?
Absolutely. When I was younger, I didn't have anybody really that I could talk to about it. I enjoyed it. I liked airplanes, watched them all the time, but I really didn't have anybody that I could talk to about it. I didn't know anybody that was a pilot. The one guy that I did know was an ag pilot, and he lived right down the road from us, but I never really got a chance to talk to him about learning how to fly. So I didn't have that. But now that I've gotten up of age, one of the things I always want to do is talk to young people about flying. And I guess the thing I tell them right off the bat is don't be misled by people who really have never participated in it. They've never really been a part of it, but they many times are the ones that you hear from the most, is that because that's who you're around the most, and they're telling their perception. But if you're really interested in it, find a pilot. Find one. Our organization, the Black Pilots of America, Arkansas Thunderbirds chapter, we meet regularly. We've got a Facebook page. Look us up on our Facebook page. Send us a message if you're interested. Say, hey, I'd like to know about learning how to fly, or I'd like to know a little more about airplanes. Send us a message. We'd be glad to talk to them. Come to one of our meetings, or multiple of our meetings. I love to take people up for their first flights. If they've never been up, I like to take them up. And so just connect with somebody. That's the thing I would tell them. Just connect with somebody and get the right information.
Okay. Now, we're, of course, Black Pilots of America, and we advocate to help young people get involved in aviation. But, of course, it's not a race organization.
No,
in other words, if it's a white kid or a black kid or a green kid.
Anybody.
We're just about inviting people into the aviation arena. Huh?
Anybody, absolutely. Because, again.
Likewise, there's many organizations out there that are non-black that'll be just as helpful.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And so it's just something that, people who are involved in aviation are usually really, they're good people that enjoy sharing the love of aviation.
Absolutely.
So there's many people out there like you and I who are just willing to help young people get involved in it.
Absolutely. Right? And we thoroughly enjoy it. The airplanes give us the opportunity to do it and just introduce. And there's just nothing like the grin on a kid's face when they've never been in a plane before, and they maybe were timid at first, maybe it scared them, and you convinced them to give it a try. And then when they tried it, then they come back, and I mean they're just smiling from ear to ear, and they're just excited.
Yes. So rewarding.
And so we enjoy doing that, and it's just a great blessing to be able to do it. So anybody that's interested, young, old, black, white, it doesn't matter. Just come and be a part of us and join up with us, link up with us, and we'll be glad.
Okay.
Glad
Well,
to
Mr.
share.
Washington, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Always,
I thank you for your
man.
time.
Always.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I want you to fly safe on the way back.
I appreciate it.
And look forward to talking with you again.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right.